go. But let's break it down for our own markets in terms of everything that you should track in terms of cues and all of the stocks as well. We have Mangalam, Sudarshan and Hormaz joining us with the trade setup. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Hormaz, let me come to you first. You know, we were just going through the global cues. Looks very, very supportive as we kick things off.
Absolutely, they look extremely supportive indeed, and it's not that we were doing badly without the global cues as well, but we've had a 450-point rally on the Nifty in just 3 trading sessions. It's been an extremely strong start to the March series. Saturday's session was a bit of a truncated session, so we won't take much of that into account as we go into this truncated week today. But when index heavyweights put their hand up, it is obvious that the market will do well, and Reliance, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, the last two in particular have been underperformers, putting pressure on the index. They put their hand up, and 40% of the Nifty's rally on Friday came from these 3 stocks. And another positive for these 3 stocks was the fact that all 3 of them saw delivery buying in excess of 1,000 crore rupees on Friday. So with a positive follow-up may happen in today's session as well. The Nifty Bank, these two support, HDFC and ICICI both supported the Nifty Bank as well. But while the Nifty is making newer highs, the Nifty Bank is still around 3% away from its own record of 48,636. While the indices, the benchmark indices are doing well, there has been caution across the broader markets. Both the mid-cap and small-cap indices underperformed the Nifty on Friday as well as on a weekly basis as well. On a weekly basis, the Nifty mid-cap index had its first weekly loss in 5 weeks. So there is some bit of caution in the broader markets after all the news flow that has happened around it. But watch out for the Nifty Realty Index in today's trading session. There are a slew of real estate stocks that are in focus because of news flow, and the PSU index as well, as a lot of PSUs are also in the news in today's session. As you mentioned, very strong global cues. The Nasdaq was at a record high last week. The Nikkei this morning has now traded above the 40,000 mark for the first time ever. So extremely positive global cues, but also it's an event heavy week on a global perspective. Tomorrow all eyes will be on China as the National People's Congress, where the Chinese premier will lay out its its growth targets for the year, and there is also anticipation of some stimulus announcements as well. So we'll keep an eye out on all of these updates. For today, the GIFT Nifty is indicating a slightly flat start for our own markets. Back to you.
Okay, flat start at 22,400 doesn't look bad at all. Hormaz, thanks a lot for getting us all of those cues, but it's over to Sudarshan now, who's going to take us through all of the stocks that we should watch in today's trading session. Hi, Sudarshan.
Hi. Morning, Pavitra. So I'll start with NTPC. Board has approved investment of rupees 17,195 crore for Singrauli Super Thermal Power Project. Godrej Properties will be developing a township project in northern Bengaluru, and booking value is estimated rupees 5,000 crore. Hero Moto has reported good set of sales for the month of February. Total sales were up 19% at 4.68 lakh units year on year, and exports were up significantly. It's up 91% to 23,153 units. Torrent Power gets letter of award worth rupees 440 crore from NTPC Vidyut Power Nigam, and it's for supply of power from gas-based power projects. Cipla US FTA has issued no observations for manufacturing unit of Chinese arm after the unit was inspected from February 25 to March 1. Welspun Corp will be setting up a manufacturing facility at Madhya Pradesh at an investment of rupees 400 crore. InfoEdge will be in focus. Most of its apps are back on Google Play Store. Patel Engineering JV has bagged order of rupees 525 crore, but company's share is rupees 268 crore. Dr. Lal, its CEO Bharat Yu has resigned effective May 20, 2024. SJVN will be developing a 200 megawatt solar power project in Gujarat worth rupees 1100 crore, and Zagal order wins continue. Company has bagged 5-year contract from Axis Bank to provide foreign exchange services.
All right, so thanks a lot for filling us in with all of those details and all of that stock-specific action. Mangalam's also here to run us through all of the cues that we're really looking at from the futures and options space. Mangalam.
Well, good cues coming in indeed. 2 days of March so far. I'm talking about, one trading session and one semi-trading session, if you can call the Saturday session that. And the Nifty is up nearly 2% in those 2 trading sessions itself. So global cues doing well for us, and we're making the most of it. In fact, on Friday, the cash market action as well. Both the FIs and the DIs bought in the cash market, though it was a smaller amount from the FIs. The fact that there was no selling was a big positive. But in the last 2 trading sessions, the FIs have sold a little more in index futures than they have bought, and as a result of which you can see nearly 4,500 long contracts being added. close to 6,900 short contracts being added. And if you look at their long exposure, no different from what it was from the start of the series. So the Nifty is 2% higher. The FI long position is still 35% and shorts are still 65%. Why is that? It's because they are buying the Nifty and they're selling the Nifty Bank at the same time. So that is one pair trade that we need to keep an eye out on, whether the Nifty Bank goes ahead and outperforms, or even if it moves in line with the Nifty or not from here on itself. For the Nifty itself, the street is expecting a bit of a range. What is that range? 22,400 calls are extremely active for a premium of 150 rupees, telling you levels between 22,500 to 22,550 may face some sort of resistance. At the lower level, however, 22,100 is an important support, and that's denoted by the kind of put writing we've seen at the 22,200 mark itself. And below that, we will of course have the 20-day moving average, which comes in as a strong support on the Nifty itself, 22,032. For the Nifty Bank, the same number is the 50-day moving average, which is 46,650. So that's a strong support to watch out for as well. Among all the stocks that we're watching out for today, the one that I'm looking out for is Z in particular, because on day one of the series itself, that stock has entered F&O ban.
All right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for running us through all of the cues. That is the trade setup as we see it this morning.